Mountains the funniest place to vacation because they're hilarious. Hey guys, it's Cora. When we stopped at the Oconaluftee Visitor Center, I learned what it used to be like for kids in the Smoky Mountains.
Right now, I have some string and I can do a bunch of things with it. This one is one of my favorites.
This is Jessica, and she taught me all about old toys.
Ooh. So I can do a tiny version of cup and saucer.
Yep, I can do that. That's it.
But then when it's tiny like this, I can take it.
Oh, never done that.
Turn it into a star.
So these are what toys used to be like. Is that right?
Yeah, and there's still versions of them today, just like we still have versions of dolls. People
Right.
still like to take care of things. They like to see themselves in tiny little versions. But this one's made out of corn husk. I'll use that wrapped corn. This whole area, you see how it's flat and not a mountain? It's only one of the few flat places in the Smoky Mountains. And they grew lots and lots of corn here for over 100 years. And so when you have a huge field like this, you would grow a bunch of corn.
As we walked around the Mountain Farm Museum, I learned that corn was the most important crop. The families would eat it, grind it into cornmeal for bread, and feed their livestock. And I loved learning that they made dolls with it too.
This buzz button, just made out of a button, so maybe you have one laying around your house. You'd always have string, and then you can just start playing with it. It buzzes like a little bee.
It's called a buzz button.
Yep.
Okay.
And all it is a loop of string through a button.
I learned that the people in the Smoky Mountains made their own clothes. They would always have strings and buttons. They also had an abundance of wood.
Tops are very old. They're easy to transport. You can paint them all sorts of colors. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but it uses centrifugal force. There we go. To keep itself going, like magic.
When I was little, just like
A
that.
jihad.
Yeah.
It's cool that you call it that because a lot of people know it as a whimmy diddle.
G-Haw Whimmy Diddle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah.
And then, so did you know? So G, counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Ha,
And it
clockwise.
It spins left and right. G and Haw's what you'd say if you were just behind the mule. Once you go left or right, you'd say G or Haw.
directional. Yes, I love how you know that. So it's so cool. This one's really cute. Corn pecker. Ow. But the chicken, the weight of the cube pulls the strings which are connected to the chickens. Someone said it's like Hungry Hungry Hippos. Put around and they take turns.
I feel like I'm cooking corn.
This one is called a ball and cup. Have you ever seen it before?
No.
So the goal is to get this ball by throwing it up in the air into the cup. So you would pop it up and like basketball, try to get it in. I would say this is medium. The easy version of a challenge game would be the ring flipper. I say that and I'll miss. So if you hold it flat, you can get it on the peg. But if it's crooked at all, you'll miss. So that's a challenge. So I would say easy, medium, and then hard. It's very similar to this toy. The goal is to get the ball to land on this flat surface. There's no walls to catch it. So you do the same thing where you pop it up and it's supposed to land on the surface.
Jessica told me that kids usually made their own toys. Then I saw that this cabin was made by a father and two young sons. Wow! They don't look much older than me. Inside of the visitor center, I learned so much more. Like kids would help on the homestead.
Cor, that little boy is hauling his water, probably to his cabin for his family. How'd you like to have chores like that?
I think they would be really hard.
They would be.
They would also tell jokes for entertainment. I love jokes. How do you identify a dogwood tree? By its bark. What falls in winter but never gets hurt? Snow. Where do saplings go to learn? Elementary school. I also got a glimpse into what school was like. A boy, I see.
It's cursive.
What does it say?
A boy, I see.
Their school supplies looked much different than mine. Maybe the funnest thing for a kid back then was playing outside. I love to play outside. I could just see the kids splashing around in this river and fishing and looking for salamanders. I guess some things never get old. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more Smoky Mountain videos. What runs but never gets out of breath? A river.